Hi students, in this video we continue chapter 7, the regional kingdoms. Today we are going to discuss the Vijayanagar Empire. The Vijayanagar Empire was established by two brothers, Harihara and Bukkarai, in 1336. They were feudatories of the Kakatiyas of Warangal. When the kingdom of Warangal was overrun by Ghiyasuddin Tughlaq in 1323, the brothers shifted base to Kambli. Here they entered into the service of the local rulers. When the Tughlaqs conquered Kambli, the brothers were taken captive. They were later sent to South India to crush the rebellions there. After some time, they rebelled against Muhammad bin Tughlaq and declared their independence. They built Vijayanagar. The meaning of Vijayanagar is city of victory. Harihara and Bukkarai established the Vijayanagar Empire in 1336 and Harihara ascended the throne in the same year. He ruled for 20 years and then Bukka succeeded him and ruled till 1377. The brothers fought against the Hoysala ruler of Mysore and he defeated the king of Madurai and annexed his territories. Little by little, the whole of South India was brought under his rule. The Vijayanagar Empire lasted for around 230 years. The kings were called Rayas, and from three main dynasties the empire were ruled, like Sangama dynasty, Saluva dynasty and Tuluva dynasty. Now we are going to discuss one of the greatest ruler of Vijayanagar Empire, that is Krishnadevaraya. He ruled from 1509 to 1530. Krishnadevaraya came to the throne defeating the Bahmani Sultan and the king of Odisha. He annexed the Raichur Doab, a very fertile area between the Krishna and the Tungabhadra rivers. Krishnadevaraya used to go on tours of inspection to ensure that the people in the empire were happy and the officers were performing their tasks well. The king encouraged trade and commerce. He established trading links with the Portuguese, the English and the Dutch. He also paid great attention to agriculture. He built many tanks, dams and canals for irrigation. A Portuguese traveller, Domingo Paes, visited the court of Krishnadevaraya. His account tells us about the political, social and economic conditions prevalent in those times. Krishnadevaraya was a great scholar of Telugu and Sanskrit. He composed a poem called Amukta Malida in Telugu. He also patronized many learned men in his court. These included the 8 Telugu scholars collectively called Ashtadigaja. So students, you have to remember these names. The name of the poem Krishnadevaraya composed, that is Amukta Malida, and the 8 scholars in his court, they were called Ashtadigaja. The Krishna temple in Hampi was commissioned by Krishnadevaraya. He expanded and beautified several portions of the Vittalaswamy temple. He also built a new city in Nagalpur, the present Hospet. Scholars describe Krishnadevaraya as one of the greatest rulers of India. When we talk about the administration during that time, the king was the supreme authority in all administrative matters. He was assisted by a council of ministers. The empire was divided into mandalams, that is called provinces, each headed by a governor, nadus, district, stalas, sub-districts, and gramas, villages. Village administration became feudal in nature. Administrative posts also became hereditary. The king increasingly became dependent on feudal lords. When we come to the economic conditions, Vijayanagar owed its prosperity to agriculture and trade and also trade and commerce. Travelers such as Niccolo Conti and Abdul Razak have given a detailed description of the splendor of the Vijayanagar court and the luxurious lifestyle of the nobles. Land revenue was the main source of income in the Vijayanagar Empire. It was levied according to the fertility of the land. In addition, there were other taxes such as tax on property, sale of produce, profession, marriage, and so on. A flourishing trade made the empire rich. The capital of the empire was Hampi. It had beautiful buildings, especially temples. The Vittalaswamy temple, the Virupaksha temple, and the Hazararama temple are fine specimens of Vijayanagar temple architecture. Beautiful sculptures adorn the walls of these temples. Rulers encouraged Sanskrit, Kannada, and Telugu. Several books were written on grammar, medicine, mathematics, and philosophy. Sayana wrote commentaries on the Vedas. The Vijayanagar Empire became weak after the death of Krishnadevaraya. The neighboring kingdoms of the Deccan joined hands and defeated the ruler of Vijayanagar in 1565 in the Battle of Talikota. It's very important. Vijayanagar Empire was defeated by the neighboring kingdoms of the Deccan in 1565, and in the Battle of Talikota, Vijayanagar was defeated. Next, we are going to talk about the Bahmani kingdom. It was established by Alauddin Hassan in the year 1347, and he took the title of Alauddin Bahman Shah. It lasted for 180 years, that is from 1347 to 1527. It included the whole of northern Deccan up to the river Krishna. First, Gulbarga and then Bida became the capital. Firoz Shah Bahmani and Mahmud Gavan were the most powerful people of the Bahmani kingdom. So once more I repeat, the Bahmani kingdom was established by Alauddin Hassan, who took the title of Alauddin Bahman Shah in the year 1347. The kingdom lasted for 180 years from 1347 to 1527. The most prominent rulers of Bahmani dynasty was Firoz Shah Bahmani and Mahmud Gavan. And the capital of Bahmani kingdom or dynasty was first Gulbarga and then Bida. Firoz Shah Bahmani was a powerful ruler. He defeated the Gond king Narsingh Rai and annexed some of his territories. He also conquered the Raichur Doab from the king of Vijayanagar, only to lose it again. Firoz Shah Bahmani was a learned man and was interested in science. He was a good poet and was well versed in Persian, Arabic, Turkish, Telugu, Kannada, and Marathi. He encouraged learned men to migrate to his court. Under him, Deccan became the cultural central of India. Under Firoz Shah Bahmani, the Deccan kingdom became the cultural center of India. Mahmud Gavan, who ruled from 1463 to 1481, was the Wazir or the Prime Minister of the Bahmani king Muhammad Shah III. Mahmud was a Persian by birth. He came to India and settled in the Deccan. He began working in the royal court and soon gained the favor with the king. For 18 years, he managed the affairs of the kingdom. He expanded the kingdom and reorganized the administration. He made the kingdom very powerful. Mahmud was a patron of learning. He was well versed in mathematics and literature. He encouraged the growth of Urdu. Many scholars from Persia visited the Bahmani court. He also built the magnificent madrasa in Bidar. Students from different parts of India and abroad came here to study. The Bahmani kingdom was plagued by continuous conflict between the two groups of nobles at the court, Deccani and Pardeshi. The Deccanis were of local origin. Pardeshis had come from Persia, Turkey, Arabia and Central Asia. They were looked down on as foreigners by the local Deccani nobles. The two factions were always scheming against each other. Mahmud Gavan was a Pardeshi. He failed to unite the two groups. His opponents hatched a conspiracy against him and had him executed in 1481. Here are a few achievements of the Bahmani kingdom, especially the administration. The Wazir or Wakil headed the administration. The other senior officials were the Amir-e-Jumla. He is called the head of finance, and Wazir-e-Ashraf, head of foreign affairs, and Sadr-e-Jahan, head of the religious and judicial department. The Bahmani kingdom was divided into many provinces called tariffs. Each tariff was under a governor called the Amir or Tarafdar. He was paid through jagirs. The governors had their own armies. They helped the king with men and equipment during times of war. The Bahmani rulers built numerous mosques, madrasas and tombs. Some famous monuments are the Jama Masjid in Gulbarga and the Jami Masjid, the madrasa of Mahmud Gavan and his tomb in Bidar. The later rulers were weak. Governors in the provinces declared themselves independent. By 1527, the kingdom split into 5 independent sultanates like Ahmadnagar, Bijapur, Golconda, Berar and Bidar. So students, go through the fill in the blanks, match the columns, name the following and answer the questions and write it in your copy.